Hello and welcome to On the Move. Who is Donna Yeager? For the past 25 years, Donna has been the producer and host for On the Move, an all-volunteer public access television show by and about people with disabilities. We decided to turn the tables on Donna and have a longtime family friend, Diana Moss, share family stories about Donna's past and present activities. Now, Diana Moss, our On the Move host, is here to present our version of This Is Your Life with Donna Yeager.
Hi, I'm Donna Yeager with On the Move, and I'd like to welcome our special guest, Diana Daly Moss. Welcome, Diana.
Well, hello, Donna. This is kind of fun to have the tables turn, and I get to be the host and interview you tonight.
That's right.
And I should probably explain why I've been asked to be the host.
That's right.
And that's because we've been friends all our lives, actually. And our families met. In fact, we can't remember. We had to ask just before the show. But our families both went to the same church in San Lorenzo.
Exactly.
And our moms met when they were dropping off our, probably you and I, and our older brothers. We have older brothers that are the same age. When they were getting dropped off at childcare at the church.
That's right.
And they were both pregnant at the same time.
Sunday school.
With our younger siblings.
Right.
And they're the same age, and so they met and became good friends. And Don is in the Navy, as was my dad at that time, so they had that in common.
And they both love being pilots.
And they both love being pilots.
That's right.
Yeah, and so Jean, your mom, is my godmother and also godmother to my younger brother, Ron.
That's right.
And my mom, Marty, is
That's right.
your godmother.
That's right.
And so we're god sisters.
That's right.
So that's kind of cool.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, our whole family I feel like I'm one of your family and vice versa, you know.
Right. And we have lots of memories that go way back.
I know. And I think one of your memories that I didn't remember, but I always loved driving little race cars. But
exactly. And that is seriously my memory. When Donna was little, she didn't have the wheelchair, of course. You scooted and you moved like lightning. It was amazing. She moved so fast. And we had a little race, remote-controlled race car, and she beat us all. And we'd always say, how can she do that with her toes? That's so amazing. So that was one of my earliest memories.
That's before Mario and Nintendo.
Yes, and the cars would go flying off the track sometimes, and you would laugh and laugh and laugh. And
see, I love speed even back then.
I know.
No.
Well, yeah. Should I tell them about our recent outing?
Oh, yeah,
and the experience. Donna called me last week and said, you're not going to believe it. I have tickets to go see Steve Martin front row at the Mountain Winery. So I was very excited. But then I thought, I've got to go with you in the van that she's going to drive with her toes. And I have to confess, I didn't tell you.
I know.
But I was very nervous.
No, you told me.
Oh, I did? Okay. Because
I tried to be extra
I've never driven with you before.
I know.
I have to say before the cameras that you're a very safe driver.
Oh, thank you.
But it was a little nerve-wracking. But once we got to the Mountain Winery,
that's right.
She took off in that chair. Bzzz. She was so anxious to get to see Steve Martin that I could barely keep up with you.
I know.
So,
that's right.
My other favorite memory from our childhood was when you were staying in the Shriners Hospital.
Oh, right.
Do you remember that?
Right, yeah.
Can you tell why you were there and what was going
on? Well, long story short, when I was a little itty-bitty kid, I won't say who, but somebody set me up with little prosthetic arms, little fake arms, because they wanted me to be able to punch my sister in the stomach with. No, I'm kidding. That's the only reason why I used them. But anyway, and you can see there's a little picture of me riding on a little pony.
Yes.
So that was fun, but I really didn't care for them too much as I got older. But I had them when I was a little itty-bitty kid, and unfortunately, when they originally, fit the little prosthetic arm, they put it on my left side, my left shoulder first.
You just had one.
Just one, and it caused a curvature.
Oh, wow.
So my back has a really severe scoliosis. And so Shriners Hospital tried to straighten it for me, and so that's why I was in the hospital. They did a spinal fusion with the Harrington rod to straighten my back.
Well, what I remember, the parents told me, well, they're stretching her, was what you were like on a rack. They were stretching you to try to straighten your spine.
Exactly, before they did the fusion,
Yeah.
right.
But my memory of that time was that you had this adorable poodle. Was that the first shadow?
That was Boney.
Boney.
Bonaparte Desertri.
Yes, yes. Little black poodle.
Yeah.
And she loved this dog, but dogs were not allowed in the Shriners Hospital.
No.
And so we
Neither were children.
collaborated to sneak your dog through the window. And the Shriners Hospital was on 19th Avenue in San Francisco.
Right.
And the window opened up out on 19th Avenue, so we all snuck the dog in. And I don't know what happened with the dog.
I got to visit with my puppy.
That's right. So that's another early memory that I have.
That was a great memory.
Yeah. So I also remember that you lived for a time at Moffett Field.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and so you went to a bunch of different schools because we
Oh, yeah.
grew up in San Lorenzo.
Mm-hmm.
And
About
at one point
11.
you said 11.
11 schools from first grade up until graduating 12th grade.
So 11
It's a lot.
schools in 12 years.
Yeah, and that included Shriners Hospital because they actually had a school there. Because a lot of the kids, including myself, we were there, sometimes for, like 7, 8 months at a time. And so that was fun.
Wow. Wow. Do you have any special school memories of any particular grade? What you enjoyed about
Oh,
school,
my goodness.
or what you really
Well,
didn't
it was
like about
interesting.
school?
What I did is every school that I attended, they had a different theme. So one school that I went to, we cooked. We cooked for the entire school.
Wow.
Ooh.
How did you do that?
I chopped a lot.
You chopped a lot.
I'm an expert chopper now. No.
Nice, nice.
But
So you
anyway.
chopped. What was life like on the base, living on
Oh, it was fun. Moffett Field was a lot of fun. Once again, it was like family, because everyone was, we lived really close together in the quarters.
Right.
And we everyone looked out for each other, and you felt comfortable kind of hanging out, visiting with your friends at 7, 8 o'clock at night, and even when the sun went down, the security guys would come around and say, "You guys doing something you're not supposed to be doing?" "No, we're doing it."
How old were you when you were living on the base?
I
What
was
year?
about 10, 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. We had a great time.
Because that was the age I remember.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And we got to visit with you guys a lot, too.
That's right. Well, we would sometimes come shopping at the
Commissary.
commissary
yeah, right.
there, and sometimes go to the officers' club.
Oh, yeah.
And I
yeah.
remember the dinner dances,
Oh,
and we
fancy.
would be so embarrassed when my parents would get up and dance that we'd crawl under the table because we were embarrassed to see them dancing.
Exactly. Well, and the one funny memory that I have of Moffett is frequently, right after Shriners, I had to wear a body cast for a long time.
Oh,
I think it was about seemed like 8 or 9 months, but anyway, and it was all itchy in the summertime. And we're talking full body cast.
From like here
the back
down
of my head,
Yeah.
all down my, below my chin, and then all the way down past my waist, my hips area.
Wow.
So it was heavy. Anyway, so I
And
lived.
hot.
Yeah, exactly. And I lived down in the family room because there was, an upstairs level.
Yeah.
And so Joanne and Brad had their own bedroom
Oh, my
upstairs. And my parents were upstairs, and I just remember watching TV all day long in the family.
Well, your motorized chair is an integral part of your life.
Oh yeah, it's
so
wonderful.
when did you get that? And,
Well, I didn't get it until I was about, I think, 12, 13 years old.
So how did
I
you
was
get around
scoot-
before then? You
I
were
was just
scooting when
scooting.
you were tiny, but
Yeah.
when the cast
Well, I had a little pushchair.
pushchair.
I pushed with my right shoulder on the right side of the chair and my left foot. Believe it, that was funky.
I'm sure that was great for the spine.
Yeah,
that
it
was
was.
already twisted. Yeah. Oh my God.
That was fun. Anyway.
Cute. All right, so then moving along, then we kind of lost track of you for a while because your family moved to Virginia.
That's
and
right. Yeah.
That was also with the Navy.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
what was your
My dad
dad's-
was based at the Pentagon,
Okay.
so we had fun there. That was a lot of fun.
What was fun about
Except the
that?
snow. But
Ah.
well, their house was awesome. It was on a corner, so I lived most of the time in the basement, little lower part of the house, and it was cool.
Could you get up to the higher part of the
literally cool.
house? Or
But I wasn't able to when it was snowing and stuff. So.
so you had to go out and around
Yeah,
to
exactly.
get into the main level of the house. Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah. But
And
it
you
was
would have
fun.
been junior high, high school there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. exactly.
And what was your school experience? Junior high is always such a lovely time.
Well, actually, that's when I decided that I wanted to educate people. You know, just because you had a physical disability didn't mean that you couldn't do anything that everybody else was able to do, like swimming and having fun and visiting with your friends. And anyway, so, but I basically wanted to educate people that, you know, it was important to, you know, include, yes. Yeah. So I was before my time. There wasn't any, you know, accessible busing.
Were you excluded in any way during school, like from certain activities, or did
I had a choice. I could be in one classroom with severely, you know, severely disabled people, and many multiple disabilities, not just
like
physical.
Yeah.
And so that was my choice, to either be in that classroom all day or be on my own. And I decided to be on my own and just to go, you know, in the regular classes and be with everyone else. And that was tough, but I did it.
And the idea of being on your own was that you had zero assistance from anybody.
Right. So
which
I held it all day till I got home. But that was my choice. You know, I wanted to be independent. I wanted to be included with everybody else and all my able-bodied friends, and it was fun.
Were your
I
parents
really had a good time.
okay with that, or did they?
I don't think they knew, but that's okay.
You don't think they knew?
I don't know. We won't tell them.
We won't tell
It'll
them.
be
We'll
our
broadcast it all over television. Okay. Well, not much they can do about it now. So funny.
So anyway.
So then high school.
Yeah, high school. We were, like I said, we were in Virginia for my entire high school experience. But I decided that once we went to Norfolk, Virginia, that was an interesting school. Well, I was bused. They really didn't have busing per se, but I was bused. It was about 3.5 hours that I was on that bus before I got home.
Were your brother and sister, Joanne and
No,
Brett,
they
also?
were like 20 minutes away at their school, but there was, you know, it was like 3 stories of major steps, really old building, old school. Yeah.
Right.
So the you know, brand new school that I went to looked like a prison.
Oh.
We won't show a picture of that.
Yeah.
It was fun, but yeah. Anyway, I survived.
You survived. What were the classes like there that you took?
Oh, it was interesting. Very interesting.
Oh.
Yeah, I met a lot of nice people, but
tough stuff.
Literally, yeah. The second that I graduated, I wanted to move to California, and my parents were still there in Virginia. But I was like, "See ya!" So they drove me.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember
they
that.
drove me to California, and I lived independently on my own in my own apartment. And my friend Kathy was my first roommate, and we had a wonderful lot of fun.
Who was Kathy, and how did you meet
Kathy
her?
Shelley. Well, actually, she was one of the neighbors at Moffett Field when we lived at Moffett.
So I may have met her, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I know.
But so college years. I know you were very, very active.
Very
with
busy.
The student.
Independent Living Center.
Independent Living Center.
Yeah,
and that was like your first job?
Well, that's true too. I did work. I was president of the Disabled
Students Union.
Exactly.
Is what I remember.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Very good.
Okay.
Anyway, I was very involved with all kinds of different things.
And what was your major?
Well, I started out actually as an art major, and I had a couple of one-woman art shows. That was fun. Then I was at Tapestry and Talon. Scratchboard. It's a whiteboard with a solid layer of black ink painted over it. Okay. And then when it dries, you scratch away the black, and the white comes through.
Oh, interesting.
Kind of like, remember when you were little kids and you had the different colored crayons underneath, and then you did a solid layer of black crayon over the top, and then you scratched away.
Put the ink on yourself, or did you buy
I did a lot of it on my own. Huh. I made my own. It was so expensive to pay for the chalk.
Well, I remember you went through a knitting phase too.
Oh yes, I love to knit too.
I would talk to you about you to my friends. I say, I have a friend who can knit with their toes.
Oh, and you know, we forgot to say that my disability is a congenital, which means from birth.
Right.
And
yes, we have a picture of that. There you are.
See, we just don't think of stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm not disabled.
No.
But yeah, anyway, so but they called it a congenital quadruple amputee because all 4 limbs were affected. even though I'm missing both arms and I can do, you know, a lot of stuff with my toesies.
Right.
But they're short, so they are.
You can't walk
whatever.
on them, so obviously.
I can walk in the water.
Yeah. Well, we have that in common too. We both love
we
to
love
swim.
the water. Yeah.
And,
I love the water.
Yeah.
It's very freeing.
She
It's
said
wonderful.
she could float and I remember at my disabled stage, that would have been pregnancy.
Yeah.
I remember that was the one place I always felt comfortable.
Oh, yeah,
And I thought,
right,
you know,
yeah.
if you really needed some kind of therapy for anything, the water
Exactly.
is the place to be.
So true. So
Yep.
true. Anyway, okay, so then
Okay.
I graduated high school and college and started working at Hewlett Packard.
Right.
And that was awesome. I loved that because I just decided that computers were the way to go.
Sure.
I mean, art, I love art. My mom was an art major and she was very talented with art, but I mean, got to pay the bills, you know.
And you can do the computer keyboard with your
exactly.
toes.
Right.
So
Yep.
that makes perfect sense.
Yep.
And you had a headset,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, little mouthpiece.
And what
microphone.
exactly was your job?
Customer support. I supported the 3000s and the 9000 main systems and mainframes, and if we didn't have a guru that could help them out over the phone, then we actually had to have an engineer go out and physically fix the equipment. But we were pretty lucky. We were able to, you know, is it plugged in?
Try rebooting. That's what I.
You'd be amazed.
Try
how
starting
often,
it again.
oh, sure, it's plugged in. Of course it is. No, check it. Please.
And when in that part of your life did you get your amazing van?
Well, what happened was I got a little taste of my van as soon as I started college.
Oh.
And then they kind of teased me and said, now you just have to come up with $60,000 and then you can have this beautiful little van. Wow. It's like, oh, easy feet. Get it,
Was
feet.
the
Sorry.
was the van designed for you, or was it there already a
Yeah,
van
everybody.
like this?
Yeah,
that-
well, there was one that was similar, that, you know, a quadriplegic would be able to drive, and just lower it down, and my little toes would be able to, you know, drive the same van with my toesies. So, but yeah, they modify each van to each individual person. So that's really why it costs so much money, because everything is just exactly to your specifications.
Well, it's
gotta be.
remarkable. I mean, Donna has come to the school where I work, the Harker School, and every time she comes to visit, I always tell the kids, "Come on, you have to see this." They stand around in their mind. You know, it's really remarkable to see you get in the van completely independently, and then drive away and drive me up to the Mountain Winery is remarkable. Then you got your van, and what did you have to do to get your van?
A lot.
Yeah, besides raise the money, which
exactly.
I'm sure was a task.
Actually, we had a spaghetti feed, and that was wonderful. All of our friends came, and the church
I might
helped
have
us.
been there. I don't
think
remember.
so. Yeah, but I'm very, very lucky to be able to drive and get around and be, really, it's freedom. It's total freedom.
Yeah.
I love it.
But did you have to take some kind of a training class, and how did that?
I took 4 classes, 1-hour classes.
That's
I drove,
it? 4 classes?
Yep. I drove up to San Francisco in between, before I started work.
Okay, that's a little scary.
I know.
I drove up with you to the Mountain Winery, and you only had 4 classes.
No, I did it fine. I mean, literally, the guy, you know, we drove and did, what's that street called? The windy one, Lombard Street.
Lombard Street in San
I did
Francisco?
Lombard with my van. Wow. Yeah, and then I drove up to Santa Cruz, 17, Highway 17.
Wow.
And then we drove to Monterey. It was fun. Anyway, so I did the test, and I passed, no problem.
Did you have to take the regular DMV driving test?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. So it was fun.
Amazing.
So anyway, okay, let's talk about, I love public speaking. So I do a lot of that. Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, frequently there'll be like hundreds of people in the audience.
Yeah,
but it's fun for me. I really enjoy it. So.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, just looking at some of your pictures, I see that we have another interesting commonality.
That's right.
I went to Los Gatos High School.
Yeah, yeah.
And graduated in 1977, so
Right.
I guess people can figure out how old we are. And in 1978, my younger brother was the captain of the football team, and the head coach was
Charlie Wiedemeyer, right.
And that was the year he was diagnosed with ALS.
Right, right.
And he was fully functioning, but Ron talks about he remembered that his arthritis was so bad that his hand, they didn't know it was ALS at that time. He said, wow, Coach's hand is, you know, not working. So we've been following, of course, Charlie and Charlie's life. And then you had the opportunity to interview him right after the movie came out about his life.
Right, and then also he presented the Disabled Person of the Year award to me through the Timpani Center. And then I, in turn, gave him the award also. Wow. And Laurel Birch was the woman who designed the award with that beautiful profile of the woman and the bird, and the wings were 18-karat gold on the award. It was just gorgeous, yeah. So we had a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. A lot of our friends were there.
Was he able to speak at the time that you presented the award to him?
No,
or was he
Lucy was interpreting for him. And actually Michael Nure was there. He's our buddy, and he's the gentleman that actually portrayed Charlie in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing the movie on
TV.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I just heard from my dad that Ron got together with two of his Los Gatos High School football buddies who live in Manhattan, where he now lives.
Oh my God!
And they had a little memorial for Charlie, the three of them in Manhattan. They lit a candle and had a moment for him.
That's
so
cool.
Yeah. He touched a lot of people's lives.
Oh, definitely.
As do you.
Yeah.
With your show.
Sweet. Well, we had a lot of fun. I actually, you know, it was an unfortunate situation to see Michael at poor Charlie's service, but it was nice to see Michael because he was very thoughtful, and we got to visit a little bit, and he really is a wonderful, wonderful actor and a wonderful person. So yeah, very nice.
Well, I see a few weddings here.
I know.
Do you want to tell me about these weddings?
Actually, I think my sister got married first.
Joanne.
To Sharif. And then my brother got married next.
Joanne is a year younger than us.
Right.
And she lives with her husband in Gambia.
In Africa.
And so has two gorgeous children that come to California to visit every summer. And we look forward to seeing them on the 4th of July.
Definitely, yeah.
And then your older brother, Brett, is my brother's age.
Right.
And he lives in Manhattan.
Yep.
So,
New York. And then I got married. And then I was married for 13 years. Yay, you were there. I know.
And the first thing you guys did after you got married was you moved to...
Well, we moved to Boulder Creek, and then we moved to Sunnyvale, then we moved up to Oregon. So we lived up in Oregon for 8 years. It's amazing. Yeah. So it's hard to believe that's the house.
And Boulder Creek, what was it like?
Boulder Creek was fun.
Driving the...
Oh, man, Highway 9. That was scary.
Well, that was interesting. We went to the Mountain Winery, and you said, "Oh, I'm okay with this road. I'm very comfortable because I used to drive this every day to go to work."
Exactly. Yep.
Wow.
Oh, you know, we want to talk about our pets too.
Yeah. Well, we got to get there. All right. So we've talked about the family.
Yes.
And we've got to talk about the pets because
pets.
Starting with Bonnie, Bonaparte,
des Autres.
back at the Shriners Hospital, you have had always animals.
I know.
In your life.
Little Shadow, and my service dogs have been wonderful. And
tell us about your service dogs and what they do for you.
Oh my goodness! Well, what don't they do? They were trained on 90 commands, so they're very intelligent dogs, and they are very helpful. And then I have my little pets that are wonderful. My little Shadow and
Shadow is a
little poodle,
a
2-pound
poodle.
That's right.
Donna has a little tray, like a little cutting board that she pulls out from her chair.
And he sits on my lap.
She puts Shadow in front of her so she can pet him, and he's happy.
Happy camper. But anyway, I'm very, very thankful that my family and friends have been so wonderful through these interesting times. And so I'm really happy. I can't wait to see my niece and nephew.
Yeah.
Sam Sudine and Yatu and Joanne and Sharif, and it'll be fun. And we get to go and visit you guys too.
4th of July, we went out and bought some little firework things that are illegal, but the kind that are legal, so we can have some fun with those.
And if it weren't for all of our wonderful friends, my goodness, I'm so
know.
thankful. And my parents are very appreciative of how wonderful you guys are, and all of our friends and all the friends that we have here, even with the On the Move, are awesome. So we're very thankful, really thankful.
One animal we didn't talk about was your bird. I met your bird in the spring.
Mikey, my
How
parrot.
did you get the bird? That
African
was a cool
gray.
story. No, how did you get it?
Oh, well, literally, just people knew that I love birds, and so, you know, a lady came up to me and asked if I wanted a parrot, and I said, "Oh, what do you think about it?" And
But this is one of those very expensive, very...
Oh yeah. He's about $8,000, and the woman just gave me the
him
bird
to you.
with a huge 5 by 6 foot cage,
Right.
and he had his own room.
And you're teaching him how to talk?
Oh yeah, he talks beautifully. But anyway, I wanted to say that we're so thankful for all of the wonderful friends that we've met, and I want to thank you so very much.
Well, it's fun to be here.
Yeah, I know.
And,
We've had a great time.
I don't feel like this was hosting. It was just chatting, hanging out.
And we'll chat again.
Yes, we will. At another party.
And thank you so very much for joining us. Until next time, I'm Donna Yeager with On the Move. Have a wonderful day.
If you see us in your businesses or see us on TV, don't be surprised, because you'll see us there again.
And again.
Because we're showing our abilities and building self-esteem. We're going places that we've never been.
Hey, we're on the move to make this world a better place. We're on the move, we're striking out to set the pace. We all can choose to make a difference. Our time is overdue. If we collect our dreams, take them on the move. There's a new generation growing in our land. Our voices can no longer be ignored. All across the nation, watch us take a stand. The world's changing like you've never seen before. We're on the move to make this world a better place. We're on the move, we're striking out to set the pace. We all can choose to make a difference. Our time is overdue. If we collect our dreams, take them on the move. If we collect our dreams, take them on the move. So let's pick up our dreams, take them on the move.